Cryptoslo with more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Yeah, I tried to do a lot of constructive things. Cleaned out the garage, washed the cars, fun stuff like that. I did a little editing and not a ton, just kind of keeping an eye on things, chilling, So, what you clicked on the video for. BAKKT is backed good. Or you need to back that thing up. So, everyone was talking about the BAKKT. I know the news seems a little late in the sense that I didn't talk about it, 2 or 3 days ago. But I kind of wanted to do a little research on BAKKT. And, if we look at what happened with the CME futures, they literally waited until the exact top point of Bitcoin and they shorted it all the way down, and they stripped out hundreds, like 50 to 100 billion dollars billions of dollars out of the market from it was basically the short of the century. But the difference with the CME futures and BAKKT is CME futures were settled with cash. So it's kind of back to that thing of why I hate banks' stupid leveraged financial products. A lot of times they don't actually even own the asset, and it's all paper assets, and it's not real. And as a result, you have all this leveraged trading on a product, and they don't even actually have any skin in the games, because their goal is just to loop in and out of it and never actually own the asset. So that's why I hate a lot of futures markets and things like that, because it's just kind of like our monetary supply with fiat. We've got trillions of dollars, but then the actual physical money is like nothing, and it's just a bunch of IOUs bouncing around, and it's like it doesn't even exist. So that's kind of what the CME futures is with. At the end of the day, when they cash out with cash, it's almost like a tether lock, right? There's no market balance, and the CME future really didn't create demand for Bitcoin either. So, there's a lot of fundamental differences with those futures versus BAKKT. BAKKT is everything is settled with Bitcoin. So if you were shorting and you needed to cover your position, you actually have to buy Bitcoin. So this creates demands, ebbs and flows. You don't have people looping out. It kind of be like if I bought Bitcoin, it went up, I sold my Bitcoin to Tether, I waited for Bitcoin to go down, then I bought Bitcoin. So there's no loop out of the actual commodity per se. So BAKKT almost is kind of approaching it more as a commodity with their financial product. So to get in and get out, you always have to actually do it with Bitcoin. Now, they are the custodian still, obviously, but it should definitely be a different scenario of when it launches. Do I think that Bitcoin will skyrocket when this product launches? I don't know. One thing's for sure, though, the fact that it's using physical Bitcoin continues to drive up the scarcity of Bitcoin, and yeah, I mean, that's really the key here is, as these new financial products and services come on, people are going to snap up Bitcoin, especially whales. When whales get the notion to get Bitcoin, they just want Bitcoin, But I would assume and probably think that, BAKKT has probably been buying OTC Bitcoin for a very long time, and they've got I'm sure they have a very good stack of Bitcoin, custodially, to allow them to launch this thing, as they just magically waited for approval, from the New York entity. But what do I think BAKKT will do? I think BAKKT will, in some instances, I think it'll be good. It'll be good for the market. I think it will drive scarcity, and it will drive, people, moving into the product. Different people, maybe people outside of crypto. So it's definitely going to be a different scenario than the CME futures. But on that note, it's interesting to say it'll be interesting because we'll see what that does with the CME futures running in parallel. But yeah, it just makes me sick to my stomach to know those people shorted Bitcoin from the top, and then they're long on the way up. Oh gosh, they just got so rich. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's my thoughts on BAKKT. I think it's going to be good because the fact that you have to settle in Bitcoin will continue to drive demand and scarcity with the product. So what do you think? Comment below and tell me what you think about BAKKT. What's your opinion? Do you think it will make Bitcoin price increase, decrease, go sideways? So if you like this content, like and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the latest cryptocurrency news and updates. This is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking. Happy Monday.